is Lynn, talking for Astrophony International Astrology Network and perceptivity.co.uk, home of metaphysical astrology. We are talking of the Virgo overview, Virgo Sun, for January to May of 2016. The Sun enters Virgo on the 23rd of August and stays until the 22nd of September. But this is the overview for that sign for January to May. Retrograde Mercury in January begins in Aquarius, but soon backs up into Capricorn and brings to a head matters concerning creativity, enjoyment, and the effort or time that should be given to these. Possibly even the amount of commitment that should be promised for the sake of other people. Jupiter within your sign will add encouraging support to issues requiring assistance, maintenance, or above average diligence for the next 6 months. Then when Jupiter enters Libra, your solar house of self-earned money and security, you can expect a better leeway between all the various demands and obligations pulling on the bank account. This obviously is a question of balance, but it's not always possible to get the balance right without firstly causing it to swing wildly. And though it may do this in October, the conjunction of Saturn and Mars in Sagittarius at the end of August will show what needs to be altered or corrected based on the evidence of September to November of 2015. The tipping of the scales later this year may be inevitable, whilst everything is weighed for the final time before being allocated. It's the need for experiment and potential error prior to the composite for success. When the Sun enters Aquarius in late January, followed by Venus and Mercury in late February, as the Sun is exiting the sign, these planets are highlighting what area it is which requires a lot of detached observation into things that are more than a little curious and enticing perhaps, but not yet central to the schedule, while the examination of what's involved is underway. This may include people to whom you are becoming attached without really knowing the reasons why. The ideals or interests shared may be enough to explain some of it, and all may become clearer during March, or more emotionally meaningful, but may still require a better spec on the immediate future. The second Mercury retrograde motion in Taurus in late April is liable to explore shared responsibilities based on compatibility or mutual benefits derived from any overall objective. Some Virgos will be seeking partnership for reasons of advancement, or reasons known only to themselves, while others will want simply to feel an involvement with like-minded people. The long transit of Mars through Sagittarius and Scorpio from April to July will tend to sort the everyday needs from the more personal urges. The latter might be requirements just as much as the former. However, there has to be some soul-searching or deeper reflection onto what you thought unacceptable or unbearable back in 2013 and 14 and the middle part of 2015 to see how that has affected your optimism and perhaps your confidence as last year faded. Then use a radar during the spring and midsummer of this year to discover how to avoid history repeating itself. And if that's too subtle, then October's conjunction of Saturn and Mars in Sagittarius forces a blunter approach if you are getting nowhere except a blank wall. It's up to you to move beyond the reticent mood or limitations of September. These may have drawn you to conclusions of your own, using your usual perceptive criticism of what appears to be not quite right, rather than just totally wrong. We live in swirls of grey sometimes, and black and white focus is just not possible. The early months of 2016 are ones for cautious discovery, going farther than the latter half of 2015, until the impetus to take matters entirely into your own hands and move more swiftly to another place. Join us next time for the update in May. And if you would like to know more about the personal astrology service I offer, then please visit perceptivity.co.uk to find out more. Thank you.
Bu akşam seminerimizi canlı olarak mobil uygulamamız üzerinden yapıyoruz.